Hey, checking the sound. Everything looks good. Everything's sounding good. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. Is everyone here? All the peeps? All right. Let's go. Turn the volume down just a little bit. We're going to get this party started. What is going on? We're rocking the pink shirt today. Welcome, welcome. All right, so, yeah, guys, Crypto Naughty said it. Looks like we're back to the slow bleed. That's why we had to put the Kendu Inu Samurai in the thumbnail to be like, guys, we might be going back into another battle with the bears. A battle of the bears has ensued. So, welcome. If you guys have not hit the like button yet, please do so. You guys look like you've already have done so. Awesome. Welcome. So, what helps this stream get out to the world is that you hit the like button and you also take this link here. You take the share link and you put it in your socials. It's that simple. So, welcome, everyone. Shout out to Cree. Shout out to Crypto Naughty, David Ford. Got all the OGs in here, and just want to remind you guys, if you are not in the Discord, you can get in the Discord for free, obviously. We don't have any kind of VIPs or any kind of thing like that. No paid groups. This is a grassroots, raw community that we are building here on Dano Crypto. So if you want to be a part of the Dano Dojo crew, you just come in and you join the Discord, you join the live streams, you come into the daily conversation that we have 2 times a day, Monday through Friday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you get the crypto sauce. Now, if you guys want to directly support the channel, you just use all the links in the description. Check out the partners of the channel, BITFLEX, and you guys can register with my referral code, and you get a fat, juicy bonus. And if you want to trade the market, either going up or down with whatever the direction the market is going, you will get a nice bonus, and you also get entered in to win one of these guys right here. So I know the market's a little slow. And people are still, even with the prices that we're sitting at right now, people are still bored with crypto. They're waiting for the big money in the institutions to start playing their cards, start putting their money where their mouth is. And no, Creed, it is not KYC unless you want to. But so just depends on where you're at and all those good things. But this is a no KYC. And so if you guys want to check, and really, honestly, BITFLEX, I think, is a great place to start, as with an exchange with trading, because it's simple. There's not a lot of bells and whistles that can distract you. It's just very here, I want to buy some spot coins. I want to try and, go into the derivatives, and then you also can earn points, and then you have the research blog section. It's very just concise, so we really like it. All right, so shout out to BITFLEX. All right, so we want to remind you guys that we are going to be at the Bitcoin conference next week. I mean, gosh, is it next week already? It's coming up so fast. It's going to be through July 25th to the 27th. We will be there with the Moon Crew, and we will also just be there representing our brand and some coins and things that we like, and we're just going to be there to make some connections, see all the historic talks that will be happening there with the people and the speakers that are going to be there headlining the conference, which is former President Donald Trump. We got Michael Saylor, Kathy Wood, Russell Brand, Edward Snowden, RFK Jr., and so those are the people that are going to be speaking and representing the crypto space. So if that gets you bullish, put a 1 in the chat. Put some 1s and some emojis in the chat if you are super bullish on that lineup for the Bitcoin conference. Okay, so let's get into some of the Bitcoin prices right now. Let's get into the Bitcoin price. We'll start with a market analysis, and it looks like we were thinking we were going to test up to that 66,002 again in the short term here, but it looks more like that we got a push to the downside. We got a nice little liquidity low grab here, 63.5. We were looking at more of the cards of trying to test this again, but we just got rejected, did not have as much of that money flow, and we had a bit of a sell-off here this morning. And starting from just last night, looked like we were getting up a little bit, some traction. Looked like we were getting up to 65,000 again, and it looks like we just got rejected off that 65.1. I guess that means there will be a lot of ladies at the conference, Secret Service. Too soon, Crypto Naughty. Is it too soon? Yeah. Yeah, everyone has been making the comments about how... And it's no knock on women either. It's not even a knock on women because trust me, there's a lot of women that could probably absolutely destroy you in jiu-jitsu or, things like that because they're just very skilled. You know, I would not want to go against a jiu-jitsu master that's a woman. I mean, I said just because they're a woman doesn't mean they can absolutely destroy you. But when it comes to just height and just like bulk standards, like you for Secret Service, I mean, if you're the president, you want like a freaking 6-7 foot, you want like a giant dude with a gun standing in front of you, most likely. I mean, if you were to pick out of a line, you'd pick the giant Hulk guy. Yes, it's just a fact. So yes, I get what you're saying, Crypto Naughty. But it is what it is. But shout out to all the women in the world that are just being awesome. Shout out to all the women. All right, so here's the thing with Bitcoin. You got 63,005. We're looking like we're going to pop down to this 62. And what's so interesting is that could it be the play out of what we were actually talking about, the gap getting filled? So if this gap gets filled, the dreaded gap that people were talking about, we were talking about at the beginning of the week, that it could be a trade up, and then we fill the gap, could be playing out right now. Now I don't know for sure. Obviously, no one knows, but gaps, if they do get filled, they get filled within 48 hours, 2 to 3 days. And it's interesting that it's been about that time. So could it indeed be getting filled within the end of the week? We'll have to see. All right, so I saw someone mentioning about the altcoins and some of the things like PEIPEI. Saw it in the chat, so we're going to make sure we cover those coins because, yes, PEIPEI has been actually indeed very strong and has been trading with a lot of strength against a lot of the a little bit more established meme coins that have been traded in the space for the past, 6 months. So we're going to review that. We're going to get into Ethereum. We're going to get into some of the news with the ETFs. And so let's do that right now. So if you guys aren't following me on x.com, make sure you do so at DanoCrypto904. This is where you're going to get the most recent updates from my account and anything that I am affiliated with and anything that I would like you to see right off the bat. And if you want to, you can go ahead and you can ding the bell and click on the all to be notified whenever I post anything on X. All right, so it's like this video. This video is usually how you like to think your taking profit is. You think your profit-taking strategy is perfect, and then in real life, it's a pizza sliding straight off onto the floor. All right, so want to find... Okay, so altcoins, a new high for alts is coming very soon. Altcoins market cap. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. This is what I was thinking. The same thing is what's interesting is that I've noticed a chart trend that happens with the strong meme coins. And if it has like this megaphone bullish consolidation and trading going up like this, or if I'm like going the opposite direction, and we'll show it on the chart because we actually marked it on PONKE a little while ago of what that trend kind of looks like and how you can kind of look into the future and think, okay, yeah, this is going to be a 6 month, 8 month out like time trajectory that you want to start buying now, because when the chart starts to look like this, you get massive, massive runs. And this is what happened if you study PEPE. This is what happened with PEPE. So we'll look at PEPE. So we'll pull it up on the chart here because we'll go to PEPE first, and then we'll go to PONKE, and then I'll kind of just start to show you guys these charts of how it starts to look super bullish when they have that pattern. Now this is a completely different story because you have this mass, accumulation mode right here, accumulation range, and then you had a massive push to the upside, breaking all-time highs 2 different times in 2 bull flags, okay? But you had to have held and bought all during these times to be able to have seen the max gains, even off of what would have been considered, oh, this is it, it's not going anywhere, this was its first all-time high breakout right here, and then you see that it just completely crushes it. So now you look at something like what you just mentioned. We'll go to Brett, actually. Brett, similar thing. Big crush to the upside, up to that 7 cents at first. And then, look, consolidation. And then now you see what is forming a similar type of flag, but just a little bit different shape here on the top of the flag, but a nice consolidation move to the upside. And then you think, if it's following the same trajectory as like what PEPE was able to do, then you need to be looking at the chart from a long-term perspective. Ryan Birchfield said, my mom wants rent money now. Do I move into my truck to keep my crypto? I'm not trying to. No, I should not be laughing. That should not be funny. But what's your options? What are your options? Go to cash advance. Don't sell your crypto. Go to cash advance. Don't sell your crypto. Don't do it. Unless you're up like massively on something, then if you're up massively on one of your picks there, then it might not hurt so bad. Might not hurt so bad. Okay, so let's see what's going on with PONKE. We wanted to show PONKE on this particular chart because of the fact that we had it already marked up and we had the destination pretty damn close and charted to what we were speculating for PONKE. It actually hit the target, which is really great. But it's not financial advice. I cannot tell you what to do, Ryan Birchfield. All I can say is that you are not alone. All I can say is that you are not alone, my friend. There is that conversation with all crypto degens in their head. Food or crypto? Bills, responsibilities, crypto. Interesting you say that. Yeah, so Ryan said he's made the most on his Bitcoin. So a lot of the times, yes, we can speculate on the alts, but if you just have solid Bitcoin and you do a DCA strategy, then that can be a way that you can at least protect your wealth, even if you have to make a purchase or spend something, you have then hedged against the inflation by holding Bitcoin, which is always the goal. So, but look at this chart. So you see this chart? So this is a chart from inception of the coin, December. So December, January, February, March, April. So it takes about 5 months for the coin to start getting some selling, some buying, getting more holders. I think at this point, the holder count got up to about 20,000. Right here, you're getting past the 10,000 holder mark. And then once you get past 30,000, you start to see an interesting thing happen with the chart where you start to determine the people that are going to be in it long term and they're holding it. And then you have the people that are trading the coin. They either might be doing perpetuals, and then also that comes into a factor of exchanges holding the coin and those wallets holding massive balances of PONKE. And this is just PONKE for an example. So this is why you when you see a chart like this for a meme coin and for just altcoins in general, and then you start to see it break up into its second range of price, there is no more there's no more 17-cent PONKE. Now the fact that it showed so much strength of breaking up into this range that we have marked, we marked this a while ago. So we knew this thing was going to just start trading into this range. So the next obvious range is going to be up at the $1.48 zone. Why do we say that? Well, we think time trajectory. April 2025, okay? So you got to think about what the prices are going to be like in the first quarter and quarter of 2025 for the altcoins and crypto in general, and how the market cap of the entire space is going to be brought up by the institutional buying, which is going to end up moving the prices. And then that's not because retail and FOMO trading and people and your grandma downloading Coinbase and it being the #1 app now, that's not what's going to move the price. That's actually the exit liquidity, just sadly, that's what happens. That because then we know that's when prices start to cool off and we get a little bit of a retracement, and then there's a potential of another run up to a all-time high and a test of the previous all-time high from that retracement, which could be anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50%, and then another run ensues. So this is why when you get to those points, you take profits. And this is when your barber and your driver and the people that you're just like, the grocery store clerk, they start asking you about crypto and asking you about what to buy, and then that's your signal. That's usually your signal. But then at this point, I think we're going to start seeing in December and towards the end of the year where we have prices of Bitcoin going above 100K. I really believe that we're going to be seeing a massive all-time high and a supply crunch because of a metric that we have been following on the back end about the exchanges expected to run out of Bitcoin in 9 months after the halving. And then you have the halving here. And if you look at this analysis and you think, okay, we are only 2.5 months or 3 months out of the halving, do the math, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you got 8 months. It lines up exactly with our max potential gains for Bitcoin, which is on April 2025. So but then do you shill your bag or do you tell them to wait to buy for 1.5 years? But the thing is the sad truth is that the people that come in like that, they're just buying the top. It's not their fault. It's just they decided to come in the market at that point when it's traditionally the time to sell. So then that's how there is actually supply for these people to indeed then buy, because then we're selling it. So It's a cycle that has to happen, but you just want to be on the right side of it. That's all. You want to be on the right side of it. You be on the right side of it, and then you're not the one buying the top. And then you could even say, okay, well, Michael Saylor has been buying the top perpetually on Bitcoin, but they're in profit. It's because they adopted this strategy of DCA and buying Bitcoin in August of 2020 before this halving, before the second halving, or before the third halving, and then their stock price freaking just went absolutely insane because of it. And you can see it here in the analysis exactly right where they implemented that strategy. Look what happened to their stock price. It went up 1,000%. It went up at 834%. And now sitting at a bull flag of its all-time high, a double bull flag to push it up over $2,000 for MicroStrategy. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So you think about when other companies and just you yourself over a time trajectory, look, it's 4 years. You know, this was a dedicated, active strategy of conviction of buying and DCAing into Bitcoin and not selling. And they're in profit like $1 billion or more. So, and then not to mention what they do with their stock when their stock goes up, and then they do their splits and and allocating some of their stock portion into buying Bitcoin. So it's crazy, but this is what is going to indeed honestly give me the thesis of just if I can just keep getting as much money as I can in the coins that I have picked for my run, for what I consider to be the thesis for the run and what I'm picking for the narrative. Doesn't have to be the same as what everyone else is, but I've picked the 3 narratives that I think are going to do really well. It's just obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are going to do well. They're going to do well. And then I'm picking the strong meme narrative. So different chains would be in Ethereum, Solana, and base chain. And then crypto and AI, or crypto gaming and AI. So trading on those narratives and being picking what institutions have already picked and are speculating and front running into right now is how and Doge, yes, and Doge is a default. Yes, Doge, I think too, because of the Elon factor and X payments and the transmission license that they're getting in every state in the United States. I think it's ultimately, if you follow the breadcrumbs that Elon Musk and the people that are on his team are leaving for us, then it could be possible that we have a Dogecoin go over $1 just per the speculation and the factor of it being a picked currency of choice for X payments. That's all we need. And that alone could be a very bullish catalyst for the market, not only for just the ETFs with the Ethereum ETF, which we have the tweet here. We just had it. We want to make sure we get the right tweet. Where did it go? We just had it. It was about the ETF. I don't know where the heck it went. Where did it go? Let me find it real quick. I think it was from, it was Martini guy. There it goes. All right, so just in. So it's 10 Ethereum spot ETFs are launching next week. So that's Van Eck. We got Bitwise, 21 shares, Fidelity. I just talked to Fidelity today. iShares, Grayscale, Invesco, Grayscale, Ethereum. We got ProShares. So all of these finally, we've been looking at these lists. I remember, last year we were just all like looking at the timelines. I'm like, oh, is it going to get denied? Is it going to get approved? And so now we're past all that stuff. We're past all of that. And now we can actually go into what the market is going to look like once this thing starts to trade. And apparently they're going to be able to do staking rewards, which is going to give off the yield and some passive income as well by holding these ETFs. So it's going to be interesting. So I don't know. What do you guys think it's going to do with Ethereum coming up into the trading? Do you think it's going to be a buy up the root, buy into the, not the rumor, but buy into the news, and then kind of just see how the trading goes? You think it's going to be a run up to test up back into this wedge, a nice double test up to this $4,152 level. We can, if we crush that, then the obvious next stop would be to break the all-time highs. And we might have actually more of a bullish trading momentum on Ethereum with the ETF than we did with Bitcoin. And that would be very interesting to see how we have maybe record-breaking trading of the spot Ethereum ETF when people understand, hey, I mean, this is a great early opportunity, and they start to understand it a little bit more. And man, it's going to be very interesting to see. It's going to be very interesting to see. Okay, so we were looking at some coins, but particularly we were kind of doing a little bit of research on Bobo. And we were looking at Bobo, and we were thinking, you know what? It is kind of one of those counter parallel coins against with Pepe. How it's still low market cap, $89 million market cap, and it's kind of just that image of the bear market, and the most of the memes that you end up seeing end up having either Bobo or Pepe or PONKE. So actually, if you want to think about the three memes that, and also Brett, that have been getting the most traction in terms of social media metrics in terms of the memes, has been Brett, Bobo, Pepe, and PONKE. So if you want to think about the lastability and the longevity of some of these meme projects, and this has that same channel, that same bullish channel we've talked about with these coins that love doing these tests, especially when you get movements like this testing up, and we always like to do those measurements and to think, okay, here is the obvious target that this thing could start trading up into, and would be at that 5 zeros 39.70. And then once you see, and then this is your early, like you're still so early when it comes to this, when it comes to coins like this. Because if you're looking at taking profits where it makes sense to take profits, you're out here. You're in this territory. You're up here. So I don't know if you guys agree, but you have to have a more long-term trading strategy when it comes, even when it comes to the strong memes, because you mentioned Doge. Okay, so if you'd have a long-term strategy for Doge, then right now is actually a great time for accumulation. But it could be hopium. It could be hopium, because you got to think. But it's not, though. You have to think about the memeability, the easy pick. Look, Invisible Cat. I mean, look at it. This is on Solana. Look, these are not. All of these are going to zero. They're all going to zero. They're 100% going to zero. They're not going to last. Like, most of these are going to go to zero, and there's going to be about 10 of them, or about 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, maybe 5, that end up staying in the top 10 according to memes. And you go and take that analysis and you bring it to CoinMarketCap, you click, and this is showing you what is hot right now. Look, these are the narratives. I think the true Bobo is the one on Ethereum. It's the one, it's on it. And honestly, when I think about Ethereum, when I think about meme coins, and even though that like Ethereum has the high gas fees, like you got to think about like if your meme is strong on Ethereum with those liquidity pools, and it's like building your house on a better foundation. It's like almost like if you start on Solana, it's almost like building on half sand and half concrete shell, and you don't know if that thing's about to crumble or get completely fooled and it falls down. And so this is why I think memes like Pepe and things like Doge, because Doge kind of just like it's its own thing. It's its own chain. So it started as that thing. So for that fact of its memeability and how it started, you know, this is why it lasted. You know, this is why it lasted. If Doge wasn't a dog and it was just a copy and it was called Dcash, no one would give a shrip. No one would give a rip. They would not give a rip about it. If it had no attachment to the meme that is the Doge dog and it was called Dcash or something, and it just was like, we're going to revolutionize the payment systems, we're better than Bitcoin, no one would care. And it would have been dead a long time ago. But the fact that it has the meme and it has the community and it has the push behind it is why it is still around, and it is where it is in the top 10. So when I talk about some of these memes, I really actually like Crash's thesis and his thought process on the memes. You got to think like, look, right now we are still early in the process of the onboarding of millions of users. Like Coinbase is saying like billions, you know, they're shooting high, but I'm talking like when we start onboarding a lot of people and they want to start buying $50 of something here, $100 of something there, they are most likely not going to go into Bitcoin or Ethereum or even Solana. Maybe Solana, they might, because it's going to be cheaper than Ethereum. And they're going to buy some Solana because they're like, oh, I can get some Solana for $200. I can get one. I have $200. That's what they're going to say. Someone getting into crypto for the first time and downloading Coinbase Wallet or wherever you're from, whatever your main exchange is, that's going to be popping up as the three top ones. They're most likely going to download those. So it's going to be Coinbase, it's going to be crypto.com, it's going to be Gemini, Qcoin, it's BYBIT, it's going to be Binance, depends on where you're at. And then what are they going to see as the top traded volume coins first? They're going to see the meme coins because that's the onboarding. So then you have to make a decision and do your research and decide, okay, what is the play? What's the narrative? What is the trend right now? What is going to be the lasting trend that companies are right now betting on millions and millions of dollars on? Base is using Brett as the unofficial mascot for the chain. And you think that thing can't go to a $20 billion market cap? It hasn't onboarded those people just yet. We are the only ones that are buying this right now. The exchanges are buying it. This is what the price is moving right now. It's not from people getting onboarded like it did with Dogecoin and things like Shiba, because Shiba came out, dominated the market in terms of the advertisement, and named itself as the Doge killer, and it got in front of normal people that were never in crypto at all. And people said, oh, I guess I'll buy some SHIB. And that's kind of how it started, and this is why it's in the top 13 still. So it's very interesting what you can do when you actually do pick the narrative that is going to be the play. Last cycle, it was the protocols. It was like, it was NFTs. It was the airdrops. You got airdrops from the NFTs, and then you end up, you sold those tokens, and then the play in the narrative was different. It was Uniswap. It was It was the fundamental coins, you know, it was all those. So now the narrative is different. It's changed. It's switched up. It's now people are getting onboarded by the memes because it's fun. It's an obvious winner. And you got to go by what is just trading by the strength and what people want. So this is what we're doing. Yeah, metaverse. Yep, metaverse. But still, you got to remember that the metaverse isn't just gaming. Metaverse means that you are digitalizing an ecosystem around your brand, whatever it may be, around a digital frontier, an ecosystem that you can capitalize and incentivize use of your brand across all platforms. Meta means the whole connection of what your brand may be or your company, you can put it on the metaverse. And so that is still a traded play. And you have to think about Sandbox and Decentraland. Nakamoto Games is doing a metaverse. You got other side. You got Bored Apes have a metaverse. Yes, it's just on what would be considered a low trend, but just wait until these companies and all of the forward momentum in crypto and the sentiment just getting better, they're going to literally, each company will have a complete digital metaverse version of their whole entire physical ecosystem, and it's going to be online. 100%. Just wait 5 years, and you're going to be blown away. You're going to be absolutely blown away by the sheer fast speed of how this is going to be implemented in everything that we do. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely crazy, guys. All right, so we mentioned PONKE, we did that. We mentioned Brett, we looked at Brett. We want to look at also, our other picks on the Ethereum chain because we have PEIPEI has been doing very well. I mean, this thing is on a mission. And it's that similar trend that we were talking about. You got that bullish momentum up. You get the sell-off. You get the FUD. You get the things that people just don't want to hold on. They say, look, blah, blah, blah. They decide if it's a scam. And so we did the same thing as in terms of analyzing a token and saying, okay, let's let it trade up. We saw the narrative a couple weeks ago and said, okay, we see the Chinese narrative trading along parallel with the Matt Fuhrer narrative of the American tokens. And whether you think they're coming from America, wherever they are, because you really don't know. But regardless of them just being the basis of where this narrative comes from, and then some of these tokens came out because we had a Chinese Brett, we had the Lan Wu instead of Lan Wolf. Now we have the Chinese PEIPEI has been, I think, the outlier and the bet and the pick out of all those tokens. So what I do is I let it cool off and let the market and that trend cool a little bit, and then I saw before Da Vinci was even in it, before I saw Jake Gagan go hard on it and start go, okay, we're really going to rep this. I just saw an easy opportunity to go, okay, I let the consolidation go down, and then I ended up getting in around this level when I started to see the recovery and the strength. So let it bottom out, and then I think I saw some green candles and was like, okay, I marked at the spot where I think would be a good entry level to test and see what happens. And so now, because of the backing and because of the strength and what the trajectory could be, and a opportunity just like Pepe, where we showed you the Pepe price, we've showed you what it can do if you just have some freaking patience. And I'm talking to myself here. I'm not trying to yell at you guys, but look, you have to have more of a long-term trajectory strategy, because this was all it took was just for you to wait a year. Just a freaking year. Look, you could have bought at any prices here. Look, we'll start at a year point, July 2023, and then all you had to do was wait even up until this point, because then from here of the bottom, that was a 864% move to the upside. I think you probably could have gotten about $1,000 or more into Pepe. We all could have, but we chose not to. Some maybe did, and they're not watching the stream right now because they're on vacation. We were this. We were being bears. We were being bears all this time, being idiots, and not realizing that the narrative is the characters. It's the characters. You have to have a mascot for a chain and a movement. It's the fundamental projects and protocols are not enough to get people to buy and trade on this crypto narrative. We have realized that, and people have had to cope. All the people that have been in the cycle and crypto and have been holding bags of whatever it may be, which those are still going to do well. That's not the point. The point is that it's just some of these memes might outperform those fundamental projects, and it's a way that you can get more sats. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, guys. All right, so with that being said, thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all the new people that I saw come into the live stream, and thank you to all the people that are normally tuning in. We really do appreciate it. We just want to remind you guys to get in the Discord, sign up. The Discord links, proper links, should be down in the description. If you go all the way down, if the link isn't in the description, you'll see it somewhere, and it's also on my main profile. And just to remind you guys, shout out to BITFLEX and the partners of the channel. If you guys want to trade no KYC, and you want to make money while the market is going up or down, sideways, wherever, trade with my link, and you will get also entered into the contest for winning the Treasure Safe 3. And we just want to remind you guys, we will be at the Bitcoin conference. So if you're actually going to be there, then find us, because we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to meet you, and it'd be really cool to see the Dano Dojo crew in person. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. And we just want to remind you again, go to danacurtis.com. You get all the crypto updates, and you can sign up for my newsletter that I will be releasing once a week, and we'll be doing that on Sunday. So if you want to be a part of the mailing list, then you guys have to sign up and subscribe right here on the website as well. We'll just remind you by putting the link in the description and in the chat here. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next live stream later today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.